What are the top 7 foods to eat for diabetes? To reverse type 2 diabetes, fix blood sugar issues, and enjoy better health, these will help you to achieve that result. So let's start with salmon. Salmon's a wonderful source of protein and rich in healthy, heart-healthy, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory kinds of fats. It's easy to cook and it lasts quite a while in the refrigerator once it's cooked or smoked. The flavor is savory and it helps you to feel full quickly. It is satisfying. Another way to say that is that salmon is satiating and filling. This makes a big difference, right? Feeling satisfied after you eat is important because some foods are terrible for diabetes. Those tend to be the foods that are easy to overeat and leave you feeling hungry shortly after you finished eating. It's almost like you didn't eat. It causes unnecessary struggle with overeating and feeling hungry all the time. So, salmon also is pretty, in my opinion. Its natural colors of pink, rose, and coral are beautiful and appealing. Now, here's a tip. Eat wild salmon instead of farmed salmon if you can, as it has more nutrients to offer than farmed salmon does and fewer calories. So, in other words, there's more nutrient density per calorie. All right, so per 4-ounce serving, which is also 114 grams, for those of you who use metric measurements. Switch screen so you can see it. Okay, so salmon has some lovely balance of nutrients. In this case, we've got 182 calories, which is fine. Protein, 25 grams for wild salmon, 22 grams for farm salmon. Total fat content, 8 grams for wild salmon, 22 grams for farm salmon. Vitamin B12, plenty. You get your entire daily value with that one serving of salmon for vitamin B12. For B6, you get about half. Selenium, almost 100% at 85%. Niacin, a B vitamin, 63%. Pantothenic acid, another B vitamin, 38% of the daily value. Thiamine, another B vitamin, 23% of your daily value. And phosphorus at 21% of that daily value. Now, some other things to know for our nutrition facts. Again, this is for a 4-ounce serving, or about 113 grams. We're looking at what's there. The naturally occurring amount of sodium is very low at 2% of the daily value. Cholesterol is at 63 milligrams. And you know what? Dietary intake of cholesterol is not the same thing as having problems with cholesterol. So you can actually eat foods that have cholesterol in them. It is not the same thing. You don't have to be frightened of eating foods that have cholesterol, okay, if you have cholesterol problems. It's not the same mechanism in the body. It's also interestingly rich in potassium, which is helpful because it's an electrolyte. It can help you to avoid cramping, things like that. It has no carbs, no dietary fiber. It's rich in vitamin C. It has some iron at 2%, calcium at 1% for daily value, and then for vitamin B6 at 35%, and then magnesium at 7%. Okay, now as we move along here, keep this in mind. Salmon is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and it offers 2.3 grams or 2,300 milligrams. This includes both the EPA and DHA kinds of omega-3 fatty acids. So helpful for you. Now, these are essential fatty acids, EFAs, as the human body cannot make these on its own. That's why they're called essential fatty acids. You need to eat them. You need to take them in either as food or a supplement in order to get enough to meet our daily needs. It's recommended that healthy adults get 250 to 1,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA per day. So a 4-ounce serving of salmon meets this need. EPA and DHA as essential fatty acids are also needed to repair cell membranes, and these are essential to repairing the damage that diabetes does all over the body, and especially to the cell membranes. This is for cells everywhere in the body. So, salmon is a great choice for overall health and for better blood sugar control, as it does not cause blood sugar spikes and crashes. You can actually tell that you had something to eat, and you'll find that your blood sugar should run pretty evenly. All right, let's go on to lentils. These are next up. So lentils are a fabulous food to eat if you have diabetes or otherwise. They're great for your health, and they're going to have you have a lot of support with having good blood sugar control. So here's the story. Lentils are a wonderful source of a mix of resistant starch, a fiber, a good amount of protein, and quite tasty. And in fact, lentils are very flexible, and they take on the flavors that you want for any kind of cuisine. Specifically, they're flexible that way, and so you can make them taste delicious with whatever spice palette that you have. Now, all of these things about lentils are very friendly for good blood sugar control. And of course, you can make it as spicy or as bland as you prefer. There's lots and lots of recipes that are available for lentils. Now, always be mindful of what kind of lentils you're cooking with. If you're the one who's cooking or if someone's cooking for you and they're making a dish from scratch, different lentils absolutely can cook at different rates. They have different cooking times. That's been my experience as a cook. So always look at recipes in advance so you know how much time it's going to take for the meal to actually cook. Some lentils that cook up quick, like 10 to 15 minutes. Others are more like an hour. You want to have a realistic expectation of how much it's going to take to make a delicious meal that features lentils for yourself or perhaps your household or family. Now, even more detail. Generally speaking, in my experience, yellow lentils and orange lentils tend to be the ones that cook the fastest. The lentils that cook the longest, typically in my experience, are gray lentils, black lentils, and green colored lentils. Others may vary depending on your cooking methods and what kind of stove you have to do your cooking with. So do keep the cooking time in mind so it's practical that you enjoy your cooking sessions and you're giving yourself enough time to have success with it. One of the reasons why I like lentils, specifically for diabetes, is the simple fact that it is filling, it's delicious, and it satisfies hunger. It is satiating. This is really important when it comes to diabetes and good blood sugar control. If you struggle with portions, overeating, or cravings, lentils help restore balance to food desires. So when you eat foods that don't fill you up or that aren't satiating or cause you to feel even hungrier, frankly, when you're done eating, that's going to be a disaster every time, right? So lentils, in my opinion, are also pretty. Their natural colors are beautiful and appealing. Now here's a tip. Prepare a batch of lentils one day a week, like on a weekend day, that can last you all week. This way you can scoop already cooked lentils as part of a healthy meal that is also convenient and inexpensive. Lentils are very budget friendly. Now, lentils also have nutrients that are helpful specifically for diabetes. So let's take a look. Let me switch screens so you can see it with me. So 1 cup serving, 198 grams of lentils, offers you about 230 calories. Carb content is about 40 grams. Protein content is about 18 grams. If you are a plant-based eater, this is important to know. Lentils are your friend because this is an easy way to get protein in and be plant-based. Fat has very little, less than a gram. Fiber, 15.6, almost 16 grams of fiber. Thiamine, a B vitamin, gives you 28% of the daily value. Niacin, 13% of the daily value, which is another B vitamin. Vitamin B6, 21% of the daily value, right? A lot of nutrition here. Folate, another B vitamin family member, 90% of the daily value. Wow. Lentils offer us a lot of goodness. Pantothenic acid, similarly, 25%. Iron, 30% of your daily value. Magnesium, which is great to see that here along with potassium. These two for electrolytes, so important. 17% for magnesium, potassium at 16%, phosphorus, helpful for your bones and some other things at 28%, zinc, helpful for your immune system and your skin and your eyes at 23%, copper, 55% of your daily value, and manganese, 43% of the daily value. Wow, lentils are nutrient dense and a friend for anyone who's struggling with their blood sugar. They are a great choice for overall health, for improved blood sugar control. They don't typically cause blood sugar spikes or crashes. You can actually tell that you had something to eat and you'll find your blood sugar should run pretty evenly. Okay, so if you find this video helpful, please like this video, subscribe to this channel. This way you can help me grow the channel and reach others with this information. Your comments and questions are welcome. Please be sure to drop them in the comments section below. Keep watching as we continue on with the rest of the foods that are top foods for diabetes. All right, next we're going to talk about broccoli. This is our third great food for diabetes. Broccoli is amazing. It's easy to get broccoli. It's easy to prepare it. You know, you just rinse it, you chop it up, you can steam it, you can saute it. You can even eat it raw if you like. It's really wonderful for helping with overall hormonal balance. This includes insulin. It's helpful for regulating bowel movements. It's got lots and lots of fiber and has resistant starch, both of which can feed your gut microbiome and make it so that you have healthier levels of blood sugar. Now, like these other foods on my favorite list for the top 7 foods for diabetes, it has something in common in that it leaves you feeling satisfied, feeling full. You can actually tell that you had something to eat, and you'll find that your blood sugar should run pretty evenly. Broccoli has a rich, warm green color that, in my opinion, is pretty. It's quite beautiful to look at. It's appealing. It's also a cruciferous vegetable related to kale, cauliflower, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts. One of the reasons I like broccoli specifically for diabetes is the simple fact that it's filling. It's delicious and filling, it satiates hunger, and feeling satisfied when you eat is part of how we tell when it's time to stop eating. This is really important in terms of food selection, especially for diabetes. It automatically helps with portion control. It's really important when you're looking to have good blood sugar control and overall have a healthy life. Now, here's a tip. Buy broccoli when it's fresh and the colors are vibrant green, or you could buy it frozen at its peak freshness so you maximize the peak availability of the nutrients it has to offer. Broccoli has nutrients that are helpful with diabetes, including, now these measurements are for a 1 cup serving, which is 90 grams. So let me switch screens. We can talk about this a little bit more. Okay, low calorie. Oh, wow, look at that. 35 calories. That is low calorie, but it's got so many nutrients. Minimal protein, minimal carbs, nice amount of fiber, pretty much no fat. 91% of the daily value of vitamin C, 77% of the daily value of vitamin K. Woo! And folate, another B vitamin, at 15% of the daily value. Broccoli packs a punch, a good punch. All right. It also has a small amount of potassium, magnesium, iron, and calcium. Broccoli is thought to be helpful for cancer prevention. Cancer is characterized by the rapid growth of abnormal cells and is often linked to oxidative stress. Broccoli is loaded with compounds that are believed to protect against cancer. There are observational studies that suggest that the consumption of cruciferous vegetables, including broccoli, is linked to a reduced risk of many cancers, including lung cancer, colorectal, breast, prostate, pancreatic, and stomach cancers. A unique family of plant compounds called isothiocyanates sets cruciferous vegetables apart from other veggies. Studies suggest that isothiocyanates reduce oxidative stress, decrease inflammation, and combat the development and growth of cancer. Sulforaphane, the main isothiocyanate in broccoli, acts against the formation of cancer at the molecular level by reducing oxidative stress. Sulforaphane occurs at 10 to 100 times higher amounts, in fact, in young broccoli sprouts than in full-grown heads of this vegetable, according to some older research. Though broccoli supplements are also available, they may not contribute an equal or equivalent amount of isothiocyanates and thus may not offer the same health benefits as eating whole fresh broccoli. The best idea is to eat whole fresh broccoli, steamed, raw, sauteed, however you enjoy it, okay? Broccoli is also thought to be helpful with lowering cholesterol levels, especially the unfriendly kinds of cholesterol. Now, we're not going to beat up on cholesterol here because, frankly, cholesterol has many important functions in your body. It is the basic substrate for which all of your reproductive and sex hormones are made. Estrogen, testosterone, progesterone, etc. They all come from cholesterol as a backbone. Another thing to know about cholesterol is that it's a key factor in the formation of what are called bile acids, which help you to digest fat. Bile acids are formed in your liver, stored in your gallbladder, and concentrated there. And they're released into your digestive system whenever you eat fat. When your body senses something fat comes in, it sends out that bile to help you digest it and break it down. Afterwards, these bile acids are reabsorbed into your bloodstream and used again. That's right, bile acids are recycled, if you want to think about it like that. Now, according to some older research, substances in broccoli bind with bile acids in your gut, increasing their excretion and preventing them from being reused. So maybe it interferes with that a little bit. Interesting. These results in the synthesis of new bile acids from cholesterol, reducing total levels of the marker in your body. This could potentially help also to reduce the risk of heart disease. So important to know. Now, according to one 2008 study, steamed broccoli seemed to be more effective at binding bile acid, which could theoretically lead to lower cholesterol levels. However, we need more research in humans. Broccoli can also boost eye health, which is important in diabetes, as diabetes can directly attack the eyes. So let's talk about that next. When it comes to eye health, two of the main carotenoids that are found in broccoli, lutein and zeaxanthin, are associated with a decreased risk of age-related macular degeneration, an eye disease that can impair vision. Additionally, vitamin A deficiency may cause night blindness, which can be reversed with improved vitamin A status. Broccoli contains beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A. Beta-carotene is the precursor for vitamin A. This vegetable may thus boost eyesight in individuals with a low vitamin A intake. However, note that broccoli provides less than 1% of the daily value for vitamin A. Therefore, it should be enjoyed alongside foods rich in vitamin A to prevent deficiency. To be clear, you cannot depend on broccoli all by itself to boost vitamin A. Broccoli can lower cholesterol, another factor that is important in diabetes and overall health. So, broccoli makes a great choice for overall health and better blood sugar control as it does not cause blood sugar spikes and crashes typically. You can tell you actually have something to eat and you'll find that your blood sugar should run pretty evenly. Two cautions that you should be aware of. Two. One, thyroid interactions with broccoli. Broccoli contains substances known as goitrogens, which are naturally occurring compounds that may impair thyroid function if consumed in large enough quantities. If you have a thyroid condition, be mindful of how much broccoli you eat. There might be such a thing as too much. Also, here, however, because cooking broccoli can destroy the enzyme responsible for activating goitrogens, this shouldn't be a concern unless you're consuming lots of raw broccoli in excessive amounts, like multiple bunches of raw broccoli a day. So be mindful of broccoli consumption if you have a thyroid condition. Here's the second one, okay? Blood thinners and broccoli. Individuals taking the blood thinner warfarin or similar medications should consult with a healthcare professional who is experienced in nutrition before increasing their broccoli intake. This is because broccoli is naturally high in vitamin K1, which may interact with these blood thinner medications. This includes warfarin and others in this medication class. All right, next stop, pistachios. They are delightfully crunchy, have a fun green color, and a light, refreshing taste. Pistachios can be added to smoothies, added to a salad, eaten as part of a meal, or as a simple snack. Now, here's a tip for you. If you tend to eat quickly and that is part of overeating for you, and you want to slow down to help improve your digestion and not overwhelm your stomach's capacity to digest your food, get some pistachios with the shell still on them. Eat pistachios that way. The time it takes you to crack that pistachio shell and get the pistachio out of the shell, chew it and all, it just naturally slows you down. It will be much harder to overeat that. Whereas if you buy them already shelled, it might be easy to just keep tossing multiple handfuls in your mouth, okay, and overdo it. This will help with mindfulness with eating. Some people also say this is going to help with portion control since it does take longer to eat pistachios this way. Now, pistachios have nutrients that are helpful for diabetes. Let's have a look at specifically what I am referring to. This is for a 1 ounce serving, 28 grams, approximately 49 pistachios. So calories are 165, fats at 13.4 grams, modest amount of sodium at 2 milligrams, carbs at 7.8 grams, sugars, which is part of carbs here, is 2.1 grams, fiber, 2.8 grams, protein, 5.8 grams. That's a nice amount of protein. If you're plant-based, this is a good one. Potassium, another substance that's helpful for electrolyte balance, 277 milligrams. Super. How helpful. How helpful. It's always interesting to me how some of these foods that are so great for diabetes are great for other things all at the same time, right? It's like Mother Nature is looking out for us. It's all beautifully packaged together. So pistachios are a great choice for overall health and for better blood sugar control, as typically it does not cause blood sugar spikes and crashes. You'll find that your blood sugar should run pretty evenly. Stay mindful about portions, as pistachios, like other nuts, have lots of calories per serving. A handful is likely enough for a portion. Okay, next stop, chickpeas, also known as garbanzo beans. Chickpeas are an affordable, versatile food that takes on the flavor of whatever they are paired with, or however you prepare them. They can certainly be eaten on their own, either cooked or roasted with spices and herbs as you prefer. This legume is high in protein and makes a good replacement for meat if you're eating a plant-based diet, are a vegetarian, or if you're a vegan. Chickpeas, also known as garbanzo beans, have nutrients that are helpful with diabetes. And here's a chart to help us navigate this. 1 cup equals about 164 grams. Let's have a look. So at a 1 cup portion, you get 269 calories, protein, almost 15 grams, fat, 4 grams, carbs, 45 grams, fiber. Look at that fiber number. Wow, 12.5 grams. That's great. Manganese as a mineral, 74% of the daily value. Folate, vitamin B family, 71%, and copper at 64% of the daily value. So important to have these healthy nutrients. Make this easy to win. Amazingly, this is interesting because if you're plant-based, iron may not be the easiest thing to get to. Chickpeas offer quite a bit. 26% of the daily value. That's a quarter of what you need each day. Zinc, 23%, right? Zinc helps the immune system, helps our skin and our vision. Phosphorus, helpful for our bones at 22%. Magnesium, another important electrolyte to help avoid cramping, 19% of our daily value. Thiamine, 16%, a B vitamin. Vitamin B6, 13%. Selenium, another trace mineral, so helpful, especially if you have autoimmune condition or a thyroid issue. Selenium is helpful, 11% of your daily value. And potassium, electrolyte that's super helpful for your muscles, your nerves, and overall body balance. Blood pressure too. Okay. Isn't that marvelous? So many things in one neat little package. Now, some of the reasons why I like chickpeas and garbanzo beans are that the protein and fiber in chickpeas may help you to keep your appetite under control. The protein and fiber work together to slow digestion, which helps promote fullness. In addition, protein may increase levels of appetite-reducing hormones in your body. This includes the GLP-1 hormone. There are many classes of medications now around these GLP-1 receptors, like Ozempic, Jardiance, let's see, some other names are Wegovy, Mounjaro. There's lots of these medications, and all of them are influencing that GLP-1 hormone, and chickpeas naturally does that for you. In fact, the filling effects of the protein and fiber in chickpeas may automatically lower your calorie intake. In other words, it'll help you to feel full sooner and therefore eat less. And so if volume of food is a problem, this can help you win that battle. This also gives your gut time to signal your brain that you've had enough to eat. Let's have a look at this image and then have a discussion about this, because I think it's important to really understand these things. All right, so you take food in here through your mouth, it goes down your throat, through the esophagus, into the stomach. And some important things to know in the signaling. Once you eat, the taste buds on your tongue are signaling your brain about the flavor profile. Is what you just ate savory? Is it sweet? Is it sour? Is it bitter? Is it salty? Like, what is it? And from there, your brain is assigning a value to that food in terms of what it anticipates for nutrient density along with calories. So when we eat a food that's filling, like chickpeas, because it's rich in fiber, along with the other nutrients that it has as the stomach expands to let the brain know, hey, I'm starting to fill up, I'm getting more food, I'm getting more food. It's easier to feel satisfied with less food. Does that make sense? So instead of feeling like you need to eat 7 cups of chickpeas or 1,000, grams, like a lot of chickpeas, you don't need to do that at all. Your body's going to be able to tell that you're getting full, that you're satisfied much sooner. Sometimes the distinction that's really important is not so much about even feeling full, but rather noticing you're no longer hungry. That could be invaluable. And I've found that for many of us, that can be absolutely a game changer. Okay? All right. Moving on here. Now, there's a tip I would like to share with you. You can use a pressure cooker to make your own cooked chickpeas yourself if you would like, and you can add in whatever flavorings you'd like, your medicinal or seasoning herbs with your chickpeas, or you can buy them already canned. You can also roast them yourself or buy them already roasted. It's up to you in terms of the preparation for the chickpeas. Whenever you buy them roasted, though, in particular, and also canned, be sure to read the label, please, so you know what else is in there in the way of ingredients, what else was used. Stay away from products that have lots of additives and chemicals. You don't need them. Keep it really simple and focus on chickpea products that are simply chickpeas and perhaps a few spices and herbs, things you recognize, you can spell and pronounce, okay? If it's full of chemicals and things where you're like, what the heck is that? Say no. Get something better quality. So chickpeas are a great choice for overall health and for better blood sugar control, as they don't cause blood sugar spikes and crashes typically. They are filling, and you'll find that your blood sugar should run pretty evenly. Now, if you found this video helpful, please like it and subscribe to this channel. This way you can help me grow the channel and reach others with this information. Thank you. Your comments and questions are welcome. Please be sure to drop them in the comments section below. All right, moving on. Now we're going to talk about berries as number 6 of our top 7 foods for diabetes. Berries, frankly, are just so rich and they're tasty and a lot of fun. There's a lot of varieties, right? So let's name some of them. This is not meant to be an exhaustive list because it's a long one. This includes blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, loganberries, salmon berries, bilberries. Shout out for bilberries because they're fantastic for your eyesight. If you're struggling with your eyesight, with your vision, and especially with night vision, bilberries are your friend. And in fact, One of the ways that people found earlier on bilberries were so helpful and nutritious was the fighter pilots in World War II used to eat bilberries to help improve their night vision, which was important as they tried to get more specific and target where the enemy locations were and what they needed to do to be able to impact the enemy resources and stay away from civilian areas. So bilberries have quite a history. Lingonberries, huckleberries, marionberries, and elderberries. Shout out to elderberries. Elderberries are known for their immune system boosting properties. Elderberries are revered and used in many cultures specifically for that purpose. They're also tasty. All members of the berry family, in my opinion, are delicious. Now, that's one of the reasons why I like berries. They also contain fiber and they're easy to eat. They can be part of a meal or used as a dessert or a treat. Now, here's a tip. Eat blueberries that are fresh and in season as much as possible for maximum nutrient benefit, or buy them frozen. Focus on berries that are organic as much as possible so you can avoid herbicides, pesticides, and other chemicals that can harm human health. Berries have nutrients that are helpful with diabetes, including vitamin C, antioxidants that reduce inflammation, anthocyanins. They may help improve blood sugar and insulin response. They are a good source of fiber, including soluble fiber. They are anti-inflammatory in their benefit. They may help to lower cholesterol levels. Sometimes when people have diabetes or other blood sugar related issues, they also have problems with their cholesterol. They help to quench free radicals that damage the skin. So if you would like to support your skin, berries can be helpful in that journey. They also help to protect against cancer. They help protect arteries. And they're easy to add to recipes or to eat on their own and enjoy them that way. All right, let's look at their nutrient profile. Let me switch screens so you can see the info I've got for you here. Okay, so here, so interesting, right? So it's 100 grams of blackberries, 3.5 ounces. Calories, 43, right? Very little in the way of calories. They provide 35% of their minimum daily intake of vitamin C. Manganese, 32%. Vitamin K1, 25, copper at 8, and folate, a B vitamin, 6%. Oh, wow. Plenty of nutrients to be had here. All right, the next one, the final food I'm going to share with you for this episode, olives. That's right, it's number 7 of our top 7 foods for diabetes. Reasons why I like olives is that they are a healthy stone fruit. They are rich in healthful oils that support longevity, boost anti-aging, and offer a rich, satisfying, savory flavor. Now, here's a tip. Check to see if the olives you eat have added salt. Some do, some don't. Be aware of the amount of salt that's contained in olives. Look for lower sodium options. You can also rinse the olives if you are concerned about the amount of added salt. My favorite type of olives include Kalamata olives. Let me switch screens so you can see a picture. Kalamata olives look like this, a rich, warm brown color. Yum, yum, yum. Tasty. Okay. And here's another one of my favorites. I invite you to try these olives too. Here we go. Castelvetrano olives. They look like this. They're green. Just delicious. These have a buttery, really rich kind of flavor. So tasty, very satisfying, very filling. So I invite you to try different kinds of olives and find which ones you like. And if when you were a kid, the kind of olives that your family maybe made you eat were ones you didn't like, and you've decided you hate olives ever since then and you've never tried them, I invite you to try them again. Your adult palate may have changed. Give it a try. All right. Olives have nutrients that are helpful with diabetes, including vitamin E, antioxidants, and oleic acid. Oleic acid offers a decreased risk of heart disease, decreased inflammation, and may help to fight cancer. Okay, now let's look at the nutrient profile for olives. All right, 3.5 ounces at 100 grams. So the calories are 116, protein just under a gram, carbs at 6 grams, sugar at 0, fiber 1.6 grams, fat is almost 11 grams. Most of it, though, by far is monounsaturated grams of fat at 7.7 and polyunsaturated at 0.6 grams. Saturated fat is just 2.3. So the fat profile on an olive looks great. And if you're vegetarian, vegan, plant-based, olives are absolutely a go-to. If you're someone who typically eats meats, shellfish, fish, seafood, fowl, like chicken and turkey, olives are still your friend. They can work for everyone, okay? All right. Olives and olive oil, of course, are a great choice for better blood sugar control. But here we just focused on olives. All right, friends, If you find this video helpful, please like it and subscribe to the channel. This way you can help me grow this channel and reach others with this information. Your comments and questions are welcome. Please be sure to drop them in the comments section below. Thank you. Have a fabulous day.